Hey, welcome to another video. And in this video, I'm going to break down the 6 common myths of marketing agencies. So what most people think about marketing agencies. Now, or when they're starting their marketing agency, stuff they need to do for the marketing agency. And there's a lot of myths out there. So I want to pretty much uncover those and explain my reasoning why I believe these are myths. So the first one is most people believe when they're selecting their niche that they need to have a passion for their niche. Now, this isn't true because you're only doing the marketing for the business owner. So, for example, if you're working with chiropractors, you don't need to have a passion for back pain relief, back adjustments, massages. You don't need to have a passion for that. You're just only running their marketing campaigns, whether you're doing Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google AdWords. You don't need to have a passion for that. I actually know a few people who are in the pest control niche, and they're at 30 or 40K per month, and they don't have a passion for bugs, right? You don't need to have a passion for that. So you're essentially just don't overthink it when you're picking your niche. Every niche has their pros and cons. Of course, there's some niches that are a bit better than others. However, you don't need to have a passion for the niche. Okay, you're just running their Facebook ads, maybe building out some funnels as well, but you don't need to have a passion for them. The second one is you need to have social proof in order for you to get clients. Now, this isn't true because first, everyone starts somewhere, and of course no one starts off with social proof, right? I certainly didn't, right? So when you're starting, definitely you don't need social proof. The only thing that matters is just your sales process and how good you are and speaking with the business owner. That's all that matters. The types of questions you ask, the conviction that you have when you're studying your product or your offer, your services, right? That's pretty much it. You thoroughly understanding the prospects, what are their problems, what are their desires, and pretty much how you position yourself as the solution or the vehicle to get them to where they're wanting to go. That's all that matters. It's not about having social proof. You don't need to leverage someone else's case studies or results, testimonials in order for you to get clients. This isn't true. It's all a matter of just improving your sales process. That's it. Because I remember when I was first starting, I couldn't close any clients. And I actually thought, oh, it's because I don't have social proof. And once I was listening to my recorded sales calls, I listened to all of them. I took down where did I go wrong. I paid attention to everything, the types of questions I asked, how I asked them, when I asked them, and pretty much the follow-up questions. Did I ask good questions? Did I extract enough data from the prospect? All of this I began to analyze. And pretty much what it really came down to, it was the sales process. It wasn't that the fact that I didn't have any case studies like to show the prospect. Of course, it does help, because there's naturally you're going to speak with people who are just natural skeptics. However, I would say for the most part, you don't need social proof. It certainly helps, but not needed. So that's definitely number 2. The third one is that you need to outsource your work to a white label partner or a contractor. Now, this really depends on what your goals are. Of course, I think this is more of what you're wanting out of your marketing agency. So for example, if you're not wanting to do any of the work, you could outsource it directly to a white label partner or a contractor. However, the reason why I believe this is a problem is because if you're in it like for the long term, or if it's short term, you don't care, you just want a few extra $100 or $1,000, that's completely fine. Now, however, if you wanted to keep higher margins, you definitely need to keep the fulfillment in-house. Now, I'm not saying that you should do fulfillment. I mean, it's fine if you're in the beginning, but once you have the fulfillment down, you could simply hire someone, a media buyer, bring them in-house, like in a VA who knows Facebook ads, and have the VA who works only for you, not for anyone else. They're only managing your clients' accounts. So as you're bringing more clients in, you have the VA managing multiple clients. This way you don't have to pay an extra $500, $700 to these other white label partners per client. You only have this VA who's getting a salary for you from you per month, and they're managing multiple clients. So you have higher margins. So that's a huge myth, right? Because if you're outsourcing all your work to white label partners, contractor, you're giving away your margins for no reason. So I believe that that's a third myth that needs to be brought out. And then the next one is they believe most startup agency owners believe that they have a sales issue. And essentially it's not a sales issue, because at the same time, sometimes it may be a sales issue, but at the same time you want to go in deeper. So to find out if it's really a sales issue, the reason why you cannot close, or maybe you're just not getting in enough appointments. Because if you're only having like 2 calls per month, which I used to, I thought it was a sales issue, but it's not. It's an appointments issue. I'm just not getting enough appointments for me to be able to close. 2 appointments per month. There's no statistical significance to really find out if, all right, is this really a sales issue or is it an appointments issue? So it's different. So you definitely need to find out, all right, whether it's a sales or appointments. If you're having lots of appointments, let's say if you're having 10 to 15 appointments per month and you're not able to close, then definitely, yeah, it's a sales issue. However, if you only have 2 appointments per month and then it's an appointments issue, not a sales issue. Okay? So that's the 4th myth. The 5th one is that you need to have in-person meetings, or you need to go into the business and start laying out and speak to the business owner and laying out, here, this is what we do, this is how we can help you. No, this isn't true. You don't need to go in person to close clients. I have closed all of my clients here from the comfort of my home. And so you don't need to go in person like to close clients. I mean, of course it does help. You could build that trust, but the way I conduct my sales calls is over through Zoom. So the prospects or the clients, they see me, I see them, so we see each other, and it's not as intimate as going in person, but it's close enough. So I feel like Zoom calls, if you're conducting Zoom calls, it's essentially like a good way to go. So you don't need to go in person. The next one is proposals. You don't need to. Well, at least I never have created any proposal for any of all the leads. Sorry, of all the prospects I've spoken with, I have never created a proposal for anyone. Nope. I had a few prospects ask me for a proposal, but I never sent it. I feel like proposals are just simply a waste of time. And pretty much I kind of find out, these are just people who just wanted, to get out of the sales call and want you to just send them something like through email, but they're not really serious. So essentially what my sales process is, I have a discovery call and then I have a demo call. So in that demo call, I pretty much lay out the entire system. So I share with them everything that's included with my service. Now, if they're wanting a proposal afterwards, they're not getting one. And it's most likely, I actually did it once and I thought it was just a complete waste of time for me to just type out this thing. This is what we're gonna do. It's already laid out in the demo. So definitely, I don't recommend for you to start doing proposals. They're a waste of time. Of course, this is what I found. Of course, for each person, it's gonna be different. But definitely, I think the biggest one is definitely the passion for the niche. You don't need to have a passion. You don't need to have social proof to close clients. You just need to get better in sales. You don't need to outsource your work. keep fulfillment in house, so you keep higher margins. Then the next one is you want to find out if you really have a sales issue or do you have an appointments issue, right? The next one is no in-person meetings. Of course, you want to find out what really works for you, but it's not really scalable for you to go in person each time. It's not really scalable. And with say if you're advertising for yourself and that's how you're getting appointments, that's more scalable than going in person to each business. Proposals, like I said, I feel it's a waste of time. However, I also like to hear what other people think as well. So shoot me a message here over on Messenger on Facebook, or you just simply share your comments, questions here below in the comment section here. I'll personally reach out to you and respond. And also, if you like for me to cover a specific topic regarding marketing agencies, drop those below and I'll cover those topics. So I'll see you in the next video.